Chance the Rapper argues with Blake Shelton on The Voice after blocking him from a Soulful contestant. Season 23 of The Voice is right around the corner, and the competition is already heating up in the premiere episode. Exclusively on People, a contestant named Noivaz wows the coaches with a powerful acoustic rendition of Sam Cooke's classic, A Change Is Gonna Come, leading them all to argue over whose team the singer should choose. Immediately after the Texas-born performer belted out the first few lines of the song, Kelly Clarkson was the first coach to turn her chair around, quickly followed by Chance the Rapper, Blake Shelton, and Niall Horan. But upon pressing his button, Shelton found out he was blocked by Chance. Following Noivaz's passionate, soulful take on the 1964 hit, Horan, 29, asked, "What's your name? What planet are you from?" Reba McEntire, to appear on Season 23 of The Voice as Mega Mentor. The contestant revealed his name is Savion Wright, and his stage name is simply his first name spelled backward. "You are an incomparable talent, and I would love to give you the platform to show yourself to the world. I think you're a voice of this generation that deserves to be heard," said Chance, 29, before turning to Shelton, 46. "And to be honest, I blocked Blake. Did you know it was me?" "Yes, because of your smile from ear to ear when you looked at me," exclaimed the country superstar, who's exiting The Voice after Season 23. "I'm really taking it in this season, so even the blocks, I appreciate that because you're threatened by me. So I'll take that as a compliment." Chance then expressed interest in having Noivaz join his team, before finding out he's already made a major impact on the musician. Shelton appeared annoyed by the sweet moment shared with the coach that blocked him, so Noivaz asked him to do his signature voice move of pointing his finger toward his head. "I was gonna coach you to be able to do this," said the God's Country singer, prompting Horan to do the same. "And he's coached me to do it. So I'm doing it," said the former One Direction member. Clarkson, 40, then chimed in, "I don't know if you know this, but I've won this show a few times. And I'm just saying, I have a TV show." "You want to perform on?" Chance displayed his passion for getting Noivaz on his team by telling the singer he only has one choice, as he changed all the coaches' nameplates to read Chance. "You've got Chance right here. It's not often that The Voice sees a heated argument erupt between two of its charismatic coaches. But that's exactly what happened when Chance the Rapper and Blake Shelton found themselves in a fiery standoff after Chance blocked Blake from recruiting a talented, soulful contestant. The drama unfolded on one of the most memorable episodes of the season, as Chance, fresh off his debut on the show, made his mark in a way no one expected. The contestant, an incredible singer with a rich, soulful voice, had just finished a heartfelt rendition of Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come. The moment was electric, sending chills down the spines of everyone in the studio, including the coaches. The battle was on not just for the contestants' talents, but for the coveted opportunity to mentor them. But when the music stopped and the contestant turned toward the judges, it wasn't the standard friendly, let's see what happens next kind of tension. Instead, it was Blake Shelton who found himself seething, and Chance the Rapper, who had just executed a perfect block, was looking smugly triumphant. Blake, ever the competitive one, had turned his chair with hopes of mentoring this vocal powerhouse. But with a simple press of a button, Chance blocked Blake, preventing him from making his pitch to the contestant. "What are you doing, man?" Blake shouted, his cowboy hat tilting slightly in disbelief. The other coaches, including Kelly Clarkson and Niall Horan, watched in awe as Chance, usually the calm and collected new coach, stood his ground. "Well, Blake," Chance said coolly, leaning back in his chair, "it's called strategy. You can't always have everything you want. You've had your time with the country singers, but this one is different. And I'm going to make sure they get the right guidance." Blake let out a scoff. "Right guidance? You mean the kind that only applies to people who want to be hip-hop stars and not actually find a lasting career in music? Look, Chance, you might have a couple of Grammys, but let's be real here. This contestant's got soul, not auto-tune and Instagram clips. I've been doing this for decades. I know what it takes to build a real artist." Kelly, sensing the brewing tension, interjected, "Okay, guys, maybe this contestant just has a lot of raw talent that doesn't fit into any one box, huh?" She shot Blake a knowing look before adding, "I think both of you might be a little too caught up in your own worlds right now." But Chance wasn't backing down. "No, Kelly, it's not just about fit. It's about giving this artist a chance to grow. Blake's been coaching the same kind of artist for years. We get it. Country is his thing. But this artist, they've got a gift that transcends genres. I'm here to make sure they don't get put in a box like the rest of the contestants Blake has coached. Blake wasn't having any of it. You're saying I don't give artists a chance? I've helped people like Carrie Underwood, Blake Shelton, and countless others get to the top of their game. What makes you think you know more about what this artist needs than me? Chance's face hardened, but he didn't lose his cool. You're not hearing me. It's not about what you think you know, it's about giving them the freedom to explore. That's what makes the difference. You're too comfortable, Blake, and you've stopped evolving. That's why I'm blocking you. You've had your time with the same country sound. It's time for something new. The audience, sensing the intensity of the moment, fell silent. The rest of the coaches sat back, fascinated by the clash of two larger-than-life personalities. Kelly laughed under her breath, trying to diffuse the tension, while Niall looked genuinely entertained by the back and forth. Blake shot a glance at Niall. I bet you're just waiting for the next big chance to make a move, huh? Niall chuckled nervously, but didn't respond, knowing full well that getting involved would only escalate things. I'm just here for the music, fellas, Niall said, feigning a look of neutrality. The soulful contestant, who had been watching the exchange in complete silence, finally broke their silence. You know what? I appreciate the passion from both of you, they said with a thoughtful smile. But Chance, I'm here for something new. I think you get me. I don't want to be in a box, and I want to explore all sides of my artistry. The words struck a chord with the room, and Blake fell silent. For a brief moment, it seemed like he might reconsider his fiery response. But as the contestant approached Chance, the realization hit that his long-standing dominance over the country genre was being threatened by this up-and-coming rap artist. Okay, Chance, Blake finally said, his voice laced with grudging respect. You've got yourself a powerhouse artist, but don't think you're going to get away with this. I'll be back for my country artists. Chance flashed a smile, his calm demeanor never faltering. Blake, I'd expect nothing less. The tension between them lingered in the air, but the focus shifted back to the contestant, who had now made their choice. With one final nod toward Chance, they officially joined his team, leaving Blake to stew in the fallout of his first block on the show. The episode ended with the coaches exchanging lighthearted banter, but the seeds of rivalry were firmly planted. From that point on, fans knew that this season of The Voice would be one for the history books, not just because of the talent on display, but because of the unforgettable clash between Chance the Rapper and Blake Shelton. As the competition heated up, it was clear that these two would be going head-to-head in more ways than one. Okay, Chance, Blake finally said, his voice laced with grudging respect. You've got yourself a powerhouse artist, but don't think you're going to get away with this. I'll be back for my country artists. Chance flashed a smile, his calm demeanor never faltering. Blake, I'd expect nothing less. The tension between them lingered in the air, but the focus shifted back to the contestant, who had now made their choice. With one final nod toward Chance, they officially joined his team, leaving Blake to stew in the fallout of his first block on the show. The episode ended with the coaches exchanging lighthearted banter, but the seeds of rivalry were firmly planted.